Well, the starting pitcher for the Expos, Howie Reed, is completing his pregame warm-up pitches. The first man he'll face is Matty Alou, and Matty Alou has been a thorn in the side of the Expos all through this series, as he has been in the sides of many of the ball clubs in the National League this year, since Matty Alou is right up near the top in batting in the National League. That Expo outfield has Phillips in center, Mack Jones in left field, and Rusty Staub in right. That's Phillips in center field for the Expos.
Matty Alou, who's taken over once again first place in the National League in batting. Alou batting .354. First pitch taken by Matty, strike call. 0-1, and the game is underway here at Jarry Park. Mack Jones in left, Phillips in center, Staub in right. The pitch swung on, ripped foul, out of play, way down to the right. A line drive into the seats. 0-2 to Alou. Ty Klein at first base. Angel Hermoso at second. Bobby Wine at short. And Coco LeBoy at third. Ron Brand, the catcher. After Alou, Taylor, then Stargell. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Matty. Swung on and tapped to the right side. Up with it, Hermoso. Throw to first. Alou is out of there. That's one away. Carl Taylor, hitting .351. He's got 34 hits and 97 at-bats. 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. That's right. Here's Howie's windup. Pitch is taken on the outside corner and a strike called. 0-1. Howie Reed's been very strong in just about all of his performances for the Expos since coming up from Vancouver, the Pacific Coast League. The 0-1 to Taylor is swung on. Fly ball, deep right center. Phillips getting back there in a hurry. He's got it. That's 2 outs. The batter, Willie Stargell. Stargell hit a ball here last night into the swimming pool over the right field wall that all of Montreal is still talking about. That keyed the Pirates' comeback in the 8th inning. Stargell, left-hand hitter, now batting .348. He's ahead of Cleon Jones and behind Alou in the National League standings. The pitch to Stargell, down low in the dirt, ball 1. Willie's .348 average, 2 percentage points better than Cleon Jones of the Mets. Here's Howie's windup, the 1-0 to Stargell. Taken high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls to nothing. Play Stargell deep and around to the right. Yes, Russ?
I wonder if Rusty Staub's going to put on his swimming trunks.
Well, I'll tell you, he did the backstroke as far as he could go last night. Swung on and missed a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rusty just a couple of steps off the warning track in right field. Phillips is way around in the right center power alley and deep. Here's Howie's windup, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and nobody on. The way you got to pitch to Stargell, too. You get behind on him, you're in trouble. The 2-2. Swung on, line drive, right field, into the gap, right between Staub and Phillips. Bounces over the fence on 1 hop, a ground rule double for Willie Stargell. Stargell laced that ball between Staub and Phillips. Now, we told you how far Adolfo was pulled over, and both were playing deep, but that ball was hit so hard it got out there in a hurry and went over the right field fence on 1 hop, just to the right, to the center field side of the 368-foot sign. So Stargell is at second. First hit of the ball game. Roberto Clemente, the batter. Clemente is hitting .336, right-hand hitter. We're in the top of the first and 2 outs. They're playing Clemente about the same way they played Stargell. Reed's pitch. Roberto let it go low and outside, ball one. Clemente's driven in 59 runs. He leads the club in that department. Tied with Stargell in the home run department. They've both got 13. The 1-0 to Clemente, swung on, and this one rolled to the left side. LeBoy charging, up with it. And let's see, was it a foul ball at the plate? No, it was not. Howie Reed was looking down to the plate umpire, hoping that maybe it's been fouled at the plate, but it's a base hit. LeBoy charged in on that ball, came up with it, but made no play. As a base hit for Clemente, it moves Stargell to third. Richie Hebner is the batter. He's a left-hand hitter hitting .312. For these Pirates, Stargell .348, Alou .354, Taylor .351, Clemente .336, and Guillen .346, Hebner .312. 2 outs and the corners are covered. Here's the pitch to Hebner, taken for a strike. 0-1. Clemente was swinging away on that ball that he hit, and it just dribbled up the third base side on the grass. The stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Near the plate, Brand off of the mask waiting. First baseman Klein asks for it. They bump. And who's got it? Brand. Brand and Klein converged on that ball. Ron Brand came up with it. Foul territory just to the right side of the plate. Hebner is out of there. And that's all for the Pirates. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. The score, Pittsburgh nothing. The Expos coming to bat.
In the National League this afternoon, the San Francisco Giants defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers. Get this score, 14-13. A total of 27 runs in that ball game at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. The Giants, 14 runs on 15 hits and 3 errors. The Dodgers got their 13 runs on 16 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher in that ball game was Bryant. The loser was Brewer. Wills and Parker homered for the Dodgers. For Morey, it was home run number 2. For Wes Parker, it was home run number 12. Bobby Bonds and Bob Berta hit home runs for the Giants. Bonds' blast was his 20th. Berta's was his 5th of the year. 14-13 for the Giants over the Dodgers. And that helped Atlanta's cause. Atlanta full game behind Los Angeles starting off today. Picks up half a game, but we'll see what the Atlanta Braves do at Cincinnati. Their ball game will be getting underway very shortly. Expos are coming to bat. Bottom half of the first inning. Leading off for Montreal will be Adolfo Phillips. Phillips to be followed by Angel Hermoso and Rusty Staub. Then it'll be Mack Jones, Ty Klein, Coco LeBoy, Ron Brand, Bobby Wine, and Howie Reed.
Adolfo Phillips, batting .228. Hit a towering home run here to left field in the 9th inning last night. Right-hand hitter, Jim Bunning on the mound. Veteran right-hander, set all kinds of strikeout records. Outfield playing straight away for Adolfo. Here's Bunning's windup. His first pitch, a called strike. Right across the knees, 0-1. The last 4 nights with the Pirates in here, weather-wise, been identical. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 0-2. Been very pleasant. Feel quite a drop in the temperature. The minute that sun starts to go down, it's been very pleasant here. Following a very hot afternoon. Bunning with the windup. Bumps again now. The 0-2. Low and inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Adolfo Phillips. Adolfo has played in 34 games in the Montreal uniform now, has 28 hits and 123 trips to the plate. The 1-2 pitch. He's out in front of it and struck out. Adolfo goes down swinging. A strikeout for Bunning. One away, the batter, Angel Hermoso. Here's an exciting little ball player. Hermoso batting 167. He's 2 for 12. He was hitting 256 at Vancouver. Angel relies a great deal on his speed. Chokes up on the bat. Pitch to Hermoso. High and inside, ball 1. He'll be followed by Rusty Staub. Bunning's windup. The pitch. Hermoso came around but checked up in time. Ball 2. It was low and away. 2-0. Bunning not wasting much time. The 2-0 swung on and bounced foul down into the end of the Expos dugout and back out on the field. 2 balls, 1 strike. We hope to have a report a little bit later on Ron Fairley. Ron went down to the hospital tonight to have the cast removed from his right hand, and they were going to take x-rays, determine whether or not the cast would have to remain on that hand any longer. And Gary Sutherland was also checked by the doctor today. He was found to be in good condition, had some sutures removed. Both Gary and Ron were visiting with us last night. We may have an opportunity to see them tonight. Well, speaking of Ron Fairley, and the cast is gone. That's great news already before he says a word. Here's the 2-1. It's inside, ball 3. 3-1 to Angel Hermoso. Ron, what did it feel like when they took that cast off?
Well, it was a little bit sore, and it's going to remain like that for a few days now.
Here's Bunning's windup. The 3-1, cut on and popped up in the infield right side. Now drifting back in the edge of the grass alley. Called off by Clemente. Clemente makes the catch. Hermoso retired. 2 up, 2 down. The batter will be Rusty Staub. Have they given you any kind of exercise, Ron, that you'll be able to do with your hand?
No, right now it's just keep the joint primarily isolated and not move it at all because it's only been 2 weeks. And that's not enough time for it to heal. And our biggest problem right now is to not re-separate it. And that's the thing we have to guard against.
All right, Rusty Staub, left-hand hitter, batting .298. There's no score here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs and nobody on. Bunning winds it up. Here's the pitch. Rusty took it outside, ball 1. Bunning looking for a sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Line drive, left field. Stargell back a few steps. He's got it. That's it for the Expos. Staub lines out to Stargell. There's nothing across. The score at the end of 1 here at Jarry Park. Montreal nothing, Pittsburgh nothing.
Jerry Snyder, Leo Goldfarb, and Connie Lieber, the new owners and managers of the Stagecoach Restaurant, bid you a pleasant welcome. The Stagecoach Restaurant at the corner of Dakari and Jean Talon is fast becoming Montreal's most popular gathering spot for sports personalities and fans alike. The Stagecoach has many things going for you, such as the Tally-Ho Lounge, with the comfortable, friendly surroundings of an umpire's paradise, an armchair umpire's paradise. If you like to talk sports or even just listen, then the Tally-Ho is the place to do it. Chances are you'll bump into Rusty Staub, now associated with the Stagecoach. The main dining room is the right place to go for family or business entertaining noon or night. The Stagecoach Restaurant, Dakari at Jean Talon. Drop in anytime or call for reservations. 731-7771. Parking? No problem. The Stagecoach Restaurant at Dakari and Jean Talon. We'll see you there. Top half of the second inning. No score between the Pirates and the Expos. The first man up for Pittsburgh will be Manny Sanguillen.
Sanguillen, Alley, and then Patek. Pirates got a couple of hits in the first inning, a double by Stargell, an infield hit by Clemente, and that's all. Sanguillen's hitting .346, right-hand hitter. He really fooled us last night. Sanguillen's a first ball hitter. Last night I think it was his third time up. For the first time that I can remember in the last two series, he didn't swing at the first pitch. Here comes, swung on, sinking line drive, past LeBoy out into left field, a base hit. Third hit for the Pirates. So Sanguillen is on. The batter will be Gene Alley. Alley's a right-hand hitter, batting .206. He's got the sign from Alex Grammas in the third base box. We'll see what Alley's doing with a runner on. Infield's a double play depth.
Batting 7 for second baseman.
On deck is Fred Pontek.
Gene Alley.
The stretch. Sanguillen's the runner at first. Reed gives him a look. Here's the pitch. Alley swings. Base hit left field. Mack Jones up with the ball. Holding at second base, Sanguillen. Fourth hit for the Pirates. And now Fred Pontek will be the batter. And for the second time, Pittsburgh's got a runner in scoring position. Sanguillen at second, Alley at first, Pontek at the plate. Little Freddie's batting .235.
Fred Pontek.
And after Pontek, we've got the pitcher, Jim Bunning. Reed holding at the belt, checks his lead runner, Sanguillen. The pitch is swung on and a ground ball to the left. Up with it is Wine. Throw to second for one, and they've got Sanguillen caught off in a rundown. Hermoso to LeBoy, tags him. Pontek on the fielder's choice. Bobby Wine to Angel Hermoso to get Gene Alley, and that double play goes 6-4-5. So Pontek's the only runner on. Throughout second night in a row, we've had somewhat of a weird double play. This was one in that Sanguillen, the runner at second, evidently for a moment forgot about that runner at first because Sanguillen did not take off for third base when that ball was hit to the left side of the infield. He hesitated, and Bobby Wine was up with it and looked Sanguillen right in the eye and just flipped the ball to Hermoso to get one, and then knew that they had Sanguillen caught off because he was nowhere near third base. He had a long way to go. First pitch is down low to Bunning, ball one. Next pitch, high, ball two, 2-0. Bunning bats right. He's hitting .028, has one hit and 36 trips to the plate. That was a big double play. Instead of a runner in scoring position, there's one on with 2 outs, and that runner is at first instead of at third. 3-0 now to Bunning. Pontek taking his lead from first. Outfield straight away for Bunning. Right fielder Staub deep a few steps. Quick throw to first. Pontek steps back on the bag safely. Here's the pitch. Flowing outside, ball 4. So Bunning gets on with a walk. And Pontek moves down to second base. Howie will talk to himself for a moment about that. That he did not want to do. Because now the Pirates have got runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Matty Alou, the batter. Alou is retired on a ground ball to Hermoso in the first inning. He's a left-hand hitter. Outfield always shifts for Alou. Center fielder Phillips into left center. Here's the pitch. Taken low and inside, down in the dirt. Ball 1. Staub plays pretty much straight away in right field. Mack Jones comes in left. Runners lead, Pontek from second, Bunning from first. The 1-0 pitch. taken low and inside, ball 2, and Ron Brand goes out to the mound now to talk to Howie Reed. Howie undoubtedly a little bothered about the fact that he walked Jim Bunning. I always say one pitcher never wants to walk another, especially on this Pirate ball club. When you walk their pitcher, you get to Mr. Matty Alou. Reed at the belt. Looks at Patek, the lead runner. The 2-0 is inside. Ball 3 to Alou. 3-0. Now, should Alou get on, Carl Taylor will be the batter. We're scoreless in the top of the second. The Pirates have got runners at first and second. We're going to get activity in the Expos bullpen. Left-hander Don Shaw has gone down to the bullpen. The pitch is high, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Carl Taylor. Second walk given up by Reed. Bunning moving down to second base. Patek to third. Alou at first. Here's Carl Taylor. He flied to center in the first. Taylor's a right-hand hitter. Batting .350. Adolfo is straight away for Taylor. Reed works from the windup now with the bases loaded. First pitch is high, ball 1. Howie having some difficulty finding that strike zone. But trying to get out of this jam here in the top of the second. He's got 2 outs. Now he needs to get Taylor. The 1-0 pitch. Taken high for ball 2. 2-0. Carl Taylor's the batter. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. It's high and inside. Ball 3. So now Reed is behind on Taylor, 3-0, and in danger of walking in a run. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Pirates have got him loaded. The pitch. Right down the middle. Strike. 3-1. Patek at third, Bunning at second, Alou at first. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Taylor takes it high and outside, ball 4. So the run comes home. 3 walks in the inning. Patek comes home, Taylor picks up an RBI. And the Pirates lead 1-0. Couple of hits, but both those runners are long since gone. Patek had gotten on a fielder's choice. Now Bunning is at third, Alou at second, Taylor at first. 1-0 Pirates. Here's Willie Stargell, who doubled in the first. Swung on the first pitch. The bat went into the box seats. Fly ball down the left field line. Under it, Bobby Wine. He's got it. I hope everybody's okay down there in the box seats. That bat sailed all the way over about 8 rows back in the boxes. Well, Stargell is retired, popping up to Bobby Wine, but the Pirates picked up a run on 2 hits. No errors in the field. 3 were left at the end of 1 1/2. Pittsburgh 1, Expos 0.
Bottom half of the second coming up. The Pirates have a 1-0 lead when Howie Reed walked in the only run so far with the bases loaded, but he did get Willie Stargell to pop out to a short left field of Bobby Wine. So let's see what the Expos can do in the way of getting that run back in the bottom half of the second. First man from Montreal to face Jim Bunning will be Mack Jones.
Mack Jones is batting .282.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 9, Mack.
1-0 Pirates. Mack Jones be followed by Ty Klein, Coco LeBoy. Jim Bunning put the side down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Expos try to come back for Howie Reed now. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 to Mack Jones. The center fielder Alou is playing a few steps around to right center for Mack. Right-hander winds it up. The pitch to Mack is swung on and a ground ball to Alley. He's up with it. Second baseman throws to Taylor, and there's one away. Ty Klein batting .218. He's got 19 hits and 87 trips to the plate.
Number 5, Ty.
6 RBIs. Ty's hit 2 triples this year. Another left-hand hitter against the right-hander Bunning. Then we'll have Coco LeBoy. Here's the windup and the pitch. Low outside. Ball 1. 1-0. Sanguillen now talking with the plate umpire. Sanguillen is talking to Venzen. Here's the windup. Swung on. Line drive out to right field. Clemente chasing. Can't get to it. It's by him. Klein is around first, headed to second. And he'll be in at second base with a stand-up double. First hit off Bunning is a double by Ty Klein to right center. Clemente got over there quickly. The ball tipped off the end of his glove, went by him. Further into right center. So there's a runner in scoring position. Ty Klein at second, and Coco LeBoy the batter. Coco's batting .265. On deck, Ron Brand. Bunning at the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 by Coco. They're way around to the left for this pull hitter. Coco's worked hard on trying to hit that ball to right. The 0-1 pitch. LeBoy swings, sharp ground ball. Hebner has it, checks the runner at second, and the throw to first retires Coco. 2 away. So it'll be up to Ron Brand, the Expos catcher. Ron is hitting .276. Temperature at the airport right now is given to us at 91 degrees. Is that what, an 8 o'clock reading, though? No, that's current. Ron Brand, a right-hand hitter. Pirates lead 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Here's the stretch. Ronnie looks at a strike, 0-1. Bunning is behind Walter Johnson and Cy Young on that all-time strikeout list. Bunning's got 2,591 career strikeouts. Pitch to Brand, strike 2 called. 0-2. Clemente is in right. He's not too deep, and Alou a few steps around to right center. He's also playing shallow. Ty Klein, the runner at second base. Bunning gives him a look. The 0-2 to Brand. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ron Brand is out of there. And that's it for the Expos. The tie was stranded at second. No runs, 1 hit. No errors. 1 man left to score at the end of 2. The Pirates won, the Expos nothing.
Well, fans, again tonight, there are loads of groups here at Jarry Park to see the Pirates and the Expos in the final game of this 4-game series at Jarry Park. One of the groups is the Sandoz Recreation Club from Dorval, Quebec. Also, Au Camper du Centre d'Éducation Physique et de Plein Air from Edfi is here. The LSA group from Huntsy, Quebec is also here. The Canadian International Papers from Pointe-à-Pierre, Quebec. Domtar from Pointe-à-Pierre, Quebec. Association Sportive Saint-Mathieu from Montreal, and the Dawson Boys Club from nearby Verdun, Quebec, here at Jarry Park, enjoying tonight's ball game in close to 90-degree temperature. Well, 91 degrees, one reading we had here at the broadcast booth. So fans, why not form a group in your area and come to Jarry Park to see the Expos in action against the top teams in the National League. And one of the top teams, the New York Mets, will be here on the weekend, starting with a single game tomorrow night at 8:05. Well, we'll go now to the top half of the third inning. The Pirates still in the lead, 1-0. Here again is Dave Van Horne.
Okay, Russ. Here in the third for the Pirates, we'll see Clemente, Hebner, and Sanguillen. Clemente got an infield hit in the first inning. He swung away on a ball, bounced it slowly up the grass third base side, and evidently Howie Reed and Coco LeBoy thought it was a foul ball at the plate, because nobody really made a hard charge for that ball, and Clemente got on. Right-hand hitter, one of the great hitters of the National League. First pitch is swung on and popped up out behind second base in the grass. Hermoso waiting for it. He's got it. One away. Richie Hebner fouled out to Ron Brand in the first inning. One of the rookie third basemen in the National League who's done an outstanding job. Reed delivers. Change of pace. Swung on. Looping ball left field. Jones coming in fast. Mack is there and makes the catch. Reed gave Hebner that slip pitch, which he uses to throw a change up, and Hebner went after it. Flied out to Mack Jones. 2 away. Manny Sanguillen got a base hit to left in the second. Here's the windup. Sanguillen takes the first one, about belt high, but it was inside. Ball 1. Pirates are in pretty good shape catching-wise. Young people like Jerry May and Manny Sanguillen. Here's a strike to Sanguillen. 1 ball, 1 strike. And of course, May is injured right now, and they don't have to give away any ground when they put Sanguillen in there. A lot of Pittsburgh people felt that if... Here's the 1-1 pitch. Changeup is fouled high in the air, out of play, way down to the left. A lot of Pittsburgh people felt that if Sanguillen hadn't had that certain number of games, which I believe is, 45 games, once you played in 45 games, and 90 at-bats, it does away with your rookie status. They felt that he had a shot at Rookie of the Year honors. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Side is down, 1-2-3, nothing across. First strikeout for Howie. The score at the end of 2.5. The Pirates won, the Expos nothing.
Fans, Montreal is not only the home of the Expos, it also is home of Man in His World, the great international exhibition now in its 3rd year. It's open through September the 7th, so don't miss it. One of the great international fairs in the world, here at the site of Expo 67 in Montreal. Montreal, a tremendous city to visit for all you out-of-towners along the Expo Baseball Network. Man in His World, the tremendous restaurants. There is no other city in North America that can better Montreal as far as fine eating places are concerned, or is concerned. So try to get to Montreal and see Man in His World. Also visit, dine at the superb restaurants, and make a special date to come to Jarry Park to see Major League Baseball as the Expos take on the best in the National League. Just check your National League schedule, and you'll find out when the best time would be for you to get to Montreal. Well, the Expos are coming to bat. Bottom half of the 3rd inning. First man up for Montreal, Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine batting .201.
Swings on Bunning's first pitch and fouls it out of play. High into the air, off to the right. Down into the stands behind home plate. 0-1. Pirates about hit the Expos 4-1 and lead 1-0. Wine checked his swing. Pitch was low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobby Wine, who toiled many seasons at Philadelphia, very popular ball player in Philly and a great shortstop. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball left side. Hedner up with it, throws to first base in time, and that's 1 away. The batter will be the pitcher, Howie Reed, and then we'll have Adolfo Phillips. Howie's hitting .214. He's got 3 hits and 14 trips to the plate. Has 1 home run.
The pitcher, number 29, Howie Reed.
And bats right. Outfield is in. Reed let the first one go low. Ball 1. Tony Benson, the plate umpire. Frank Sikori at first. Dave Davidson at second. Paul Pryor is at third. Here's Bunning's pitch. It's low again. Ball 2. Digging in. Bunning's wind up. And a strike called. Hit the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talking about the batting leaders, home run leader right now, Willie McCovey. Got 28. Lee May, 27. Foul, bounced back into the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Howie Reed. Ron Santo, the RBI leader with 80. McCovey's got 76. Santo of the Cubs, of course. McCovey of the Giants. That's right. They played this afternoon and had a big score against the Dodgers. The 2-2 is swung on. Ground ball, Patek to his right. Has it. Long throw down in the dirt. Taylor can't pick it up. Reed is on. An error on the throw to the shortstop, Fred Patek. So Reed, the runner at first, with 1 out on the top of the order. That ball bounced off Taylor's shoulder. He apparently is okay. Jim Bunning, the pitcher, and the second baseman, Gene Alley, over there to check with him. Taylor is all right. Patek had a long throw to make, and he threw it down in the dirt. Taylor just couldn't come up with it. Adolfo Phillips went down swinging in the first inning. Outfield deep and around to the left. Adolfo playing for manager Gene Mauch now for the second time. He was with the Phillies for a very short time before being dealt to Chicago. Adolfo swings first pitch, line drive, left field deep. Stargell back, he can't get it. It's at the base of the wall. Reed will hold up at second base, and Adolfo is on with a long single. About 340 feet. That ball hit the warning track right at the foot of the 5-foot fence in front of the left field bleachers. Well, I'll tell you, it's good to see Adolfo coming around.
The second baseman, Angel.
Now runners at first and second with 1 out. Angel Hermoso, the batter. Hermoso popped up to the right fielder, Clemente, in shallow right field. First inning. Right-hand hitter. Reed, the runner at second. Bunning stepped off the rubber. Now he's up there looking down for a sign. Phillips, the runner at first. Here's the pitch to Angel. Swung on and a ground ball left side. Patek goes to second for 1. Back to first. It's a double play. Well, the Pirates Pirates get a big double play here for Jim Bunning. Patek to Alley to Taylor. And that's it for the Expos. No runs, one hit, one error in the field, and one left. The score at the end of 3 innings, the Pirates won, the Expos nothing.
Tonight's out-of-town scoreboard has Philadelphia at St. Louis, Wise going against Torres. Atlanta's at Cincinnati. The Braves scored a run top half of the first inning. They lead Cincinnati 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Bill Negro is pitching for Atlanta. Jim Merritt for Cincinnati. This afternoon, the Giants beat the Dodgers 14-13. Morty Wills and Wes Parker homered for Los Angeles. Bobby Bonds and Bob Berta hit home runs for the Giants.
Here are the totals at the end of 3. For the Pirates, a run on 4 hits, 1 error. They've left 5 men on base. The Expos, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 have been left. We go to the 4th. It'll be the bottom third of the Pirates' order. Gene Alley, Fred Patek, and Jim Bunning. Now stepping in here to tell you all about it, Russ Taylor. Russ?
All right, Dave, 1-0 Pirates, top half of the 4th inning. Howie Reed got off to that shaky start in the first 2 innings. He got into a bit of a jam in the first inning with 2 out. Willie Stargell doubled. It was a ground rule double as the ball bounced over the fence. Clemente had an infield hit. Then Richie Hebner fouled out with those 2 runners on to end the inning. However, Reed was not so fortunate in the second inning. With the bases loaded, actually issued 3 walks in the second inning. With the bases loaded, he walked in the only run of the ball game. That was a walk to Carl Taylor with the bases loaded. That's how the Pirates have picked up the only run of this game so far. The umpires for tonight's game are Tony Benson behind the plate, Frank Sicori at first, Dave Davidson at second, and Paul Pryor at third. Gene Alley had a single in the second inning, was later erased on a double play. Alley facing Howie Reed. Reed into his motion and serves his first pitch to Alley. It's outside for ball 1. Good crowd here tonight. Would have to be in the neighborhood of 16,000, 17,000. Fine turnout in Jonesville again tonight. Not full. The bleachers are not full, but it's a good crowd. Outside again for ball 2 to Gene Alley. Alley hitting .206 with the Pirates. Gene appearing in only his 39th game. The 2-0 delivery is swung on. A ground ball down to LeBoy at third. Coco has it, fires it over to Ty Klein at first, and that's it for Gene Alley. Brings up shortstop Freddie Patek. Patek scored the only run of the game. He came in from third when Carl Taylor walked with the bases loaded. Howie Reed issued 3 straight walks in that second inning. Strike called to Freddie Patek. Outfield is playing Patek regular depth straight away. The 0-1 delivery is swung on. A slow roller to LeBoy. Coco has it. The throw to first gets Patek. 2 away. Brings up Jim Bunning. Well, Bunning was part of Howie Reed's trouble in the second inning. With 2 out, Reed walked Jim Bunning to put runners in first and second. Then he walked to load the bases and walked Taylor to force in the run. First pitch to Bunning, pop fly, infield. LeBoy's back, so is Wine. Coco's calling for it, and Coco takes it. So for the Pirates, it's 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The score going into the bottom half of the 4th inning is 1-0 for Pittsburgh. Fans, remember that tomorrow night the New York Mets come to town to meet the Montreal Expos here at Jarry Park. It'll be the first game of a 4-game series this weekend. Tomorrow night's game starts at 8:05, and Gil Hodges has indicated that he will start Jerry Koosman. Hodges will come in with his front-line pitching in this series against the Expos, starting with Kuzma tomorrow night, Tommy Seaver tomorrow afternoon, and then on Sunday, well, Hodges has not indicated his pitching rotation for Sunday's twin bill against the Expos. In any case, this should be an exciting series between the Expos and the Mets, and fans watching this weekend's four-game series between the Mets and the Expos could be watching one of the clubs that will be battling it out for the National League pennant, since the Mets are only 3.5 games behind the league-leading Chicago Cubs in the Eastern Division of the National League. So that's the Mets and the Expos starting tomorrow night here at Jerry. The first man up for the Expos in the bottom half of the fourth inning will be Rusty Staub. Rusty flied out to left field in the first inning. Rusty Staub, a very popular figure here at Jerry Park tonight. Not only tonight, every game at Jerry Park, Rusty gives his all at the plate and in the outfield. Boy, Rusty has pulled off some sensational catches with the Expos this year. Some of them charge that he makes the easy ones look tough, but boy, he's pulled off a lot of tough catches. Believe me, we've seen all the games. Low it outside to Rusty for ball one. Bunning knows that he's got to be careful with Staub. Every pitcher in the National League knows this. And those All-Star pitchers who'll be facing Rusty in the All-Star game in Washington next week will know it too. It'll be Rusty's third consecutive appearance in an All-Star game. All of us in Montreal should be honored over that choice. It's low to Rusty for ball two. Folks in Washington won't know it, but Rusty is known here in Montreal as Le Grand Orange. 2-0 to count on Staub. Bunning serves his next pitch. Rusty hits a fly ball out into center field. Alou is moving over, so is Stargell. Stargell takes it almost in center field, as Staub went after the 2-0 pitch from Jim Bunning. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Expos Baseball Radio Network.
This is the home of Expo Baseball in the Capital District. WHRL in Albany, New York.
Mack Jones, next man up for the Expos. One away. First pitch to Mack is inside for ball one. And a great roar when Mack was introduced from his fans out in Jonesville, the left field bleachers. Loads of little leaguers there tonight. And they're making a lot of noise and seem to be enjoying themselves. This next one is popped in the air. I'm going to try and get it. Just missed it. That was a close one. That was a close one. The count on Mack Jones. Missed it by a foot with our fishing net. We'll get the next one. This one is popped. No play on it for us. It's out of play to the left of us. 4 strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, if the handle on the net was perhaps a foot longer, or if Reed reached out just a foot further, we would have had that ball, and probably we would have fallen right out of the broadcast booth into the crowd. 1-2 on Mack Jones. Bunning looks down to Manny Sanguian, gets his sign, delivers his next pitch. This one is fouled down the first baseline. No play on it. Out toward the Pirate bullpen. The count remains 1-2 on the merit of Jonesville, and his constituents out there in the left field bleachers continue to chant, "Go, Mack, go." Bunning looks down to Sanguian, gets the sign and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Line shot, center field, base hit. Mack Jones comes through with a solid single to center field. That was a good smash. He tagged it well, right in the hole, right over the bag at second, into center field. Brings up Ty Klein. Ty had a double to the right field fence in the second inning, right in the gap between Alou and Clemente. Pirates are leading this ball game 1-0, and we're in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 1 out, 1 runner on. Line shot, right field. Base hit. Jones makes the turn at second. Will head to third. Here comes the throw. Mack slides, and he's safe. Ty Klein with a single to right center field. Sends Mack Jones along to third. With 1 out, Coco LeBoy will be the batter. LeBoy bounced out to Richie Hebner at third in the second inning. Well, these were 2 solid hits off Jim Bunning here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The tying run is on third, 1 out. If Coco can get it into the air and deep enough, Big Mac will score from third. Coco LeBoy. Coco's 0 for 1 in this game so far. The pitch to Coco, hit on the ground, foul, just past the third base line. Just on the foul side of third base. 0-1 on LeBoy. Coco hitting .265. He pleased the crowd with a home run last night, his 11th of the year. I think all the crowd would like to see right now is a long fly ball to tie up this ball game in the bottom of the fourth. Bunning looks down to Sanguian. Klein takes the lead off first. So does Jones off third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's popped into the air. Second base, Alley coming in for it. And he's got it. Well, we've got to give marks to Mr. Jim Bunning. He knew what the situation was. And he didn't give Coco anything he could tag. Here comes Bill Verdon out to talk to pitcher Jim Bunning with Manny Sanguian. Verdon's walking over now for a consultation with Freddie Pautek and Gene Alley, who have come in from short and second base. 2 out, runners on first and third with Ronnie Brand. Brand struck out in the second inning. Well, Expos got runners on first and third with 1 out. LeBoy popped out to second base. So Brand will have to get himself a base hit. Expos and Pirates are tied up at 4-all in hits. First pitch to Brand is outside for ball 1. Ronnie sort of faked the bunt and held up. Didn't actually square around. Just shortened his grip on the bat. Bunning looks down to Sanguian. The count is 1-0 on Ronnie Brand. Shakes off a sign, gets the one he wants, and here's the 1-0 pitch. It misses for ball 2. 2-0 to Brand. Bobby Wine is in the on-deck circle. Bunning toes the rubber. Gets a sign from Sanguian. Delivers the 2-0 pitch. Fly ball into right field. Clemente should have it. He does. Clemente had been playing Brand kind of short in right field and had to run back for it, but got it with no trouble. For the Expos, no runs on 2 hits, no Pirate errors. 2 men were left stranded. The score going to the top of the 5th is still 1-0 for the Pirates.
Taking a look at the National League scoreboard, batteries in from St. Louis. Phillies against the Cardinals tonight. Rick Wise for the Philadelphia Phillies and Mike Torres for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's Atlanta 5, Cincinnati 1 at the end of 2.5 in Cincinnati. Phil Niekro for the Braves, Jim Merritt pitching for the Reds. San Francisco beat Los Angeles 14-13 in a slugfest at Candlestick Park this afternoon. Bryant the winner, Brewer the loser. Maury Wills and Wes Parker homered for the Dodgers, Bobby Bonds and Bob Berta for San Francisco. Detroit 3, Washington 1 at the end of 6.5 innings at Washington tonight. Other American League scores, Cleveland 2, Baltimore nothing after 3.5 innings of play at Baltimore. Boston at New York, we have no word on that game yet. They've been held up because of rain. Chicago will be at Minnesota. Oakland will be at Seattle later on tonight.
Well, the Expos had their chances to score in this ball game. They left two men stranded in that last inning, 4 men all told. Klein had a double with 1 out in the second inning, was left stranded. Then in the fourth, Jones had a single, so did Klein. Runners in first and third with 1 out. Bunting got the next 2 batters. Got Kofilaboy on a pop fly to the second baseman, Gene Alley. Then got Ronnie Brandt a fly out to Roberto Clemente in right field. So the first man up is the top of the batting order, Matty Alou. Pitches high and outside of Matty for ball 1. Folks, a reminder once again that the Expos have a new parking lot, the CPR station, at the top of Park Avenue. That's at Park Avenue in Jean Talon, ideal for people living in the town of Mount Royal, West Mount Snowden. Call strike, 1-1. And it affords you a quick getaway from the ballpark when the game is over. You just cross the overpass over the CPR tracks, the footway, and you're at your park. This one is into the dirt in front of home plate. You're at your car, and you beat the crowds away from Jerry Park. So if you're driving, head for the new Expos parking lot at the CPR station, top of Park Avenue and Jean Talon. The 2-1 delivery to Alou is pop foul out of play. Into the seats. The count becomes 2-2. Alou grounded out second to first in the first and walked in the second. Don't forget this big series with the Mets starting tomorrow night. Jerry Kuzman, one of the best left-handers in the business. Line shot, center field, base hit. Matty Alou is on first with a single to center. Brings up Carl Taylor. Taylor flied out to center field in the first, and he walked with the bases loaded, getting himself a run batted in the second inning.
Gentlemen, for your information, Don Bosch underwent very successful knee surgery at the Montreal General.
Don Bosch underwent successful knee surgery at the Montreal General today, and the operation was deemed successful. Don Bosch. Throw to first, and the runner Alou is back in time. The batter is Carl Taylor. The first pitch to Taylor, he attempts a bunt. Foul tips it into the mitt of Ron Brand. 0-1 the count on Taylor. Taylor hitting .351. 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. There's a misprint on the stat sheet provided by the press services here, showing him with 119 runs batted in. No one has that many, although Killebrew is close to that mark. Well, he's not too far off it, let's put it that way. Here's the bunt in front of home plate, it's foul. And Ronnie Brand makes sure by pushing it with his hand to make sure that ball wouldn't just roll back into fair territory once again. Now, baseball fans, those who know their baseball, I don't have to explain this to them, but a lot of new baseball fans who don't know the rules fully, a slow roller along the line, if it rolls foul and then rolls fair again, it's a fair ball, if it stays fair. So as soon as it rolls foul, you see the catcher or infielder knock it with their glove. That time, Ronnie Brand knocked it to make sure it stayed foul. The 0-2 pitch is outside. There's a throw to first, but Alou is back in time. Ronnie Brand fired that one down to Ty Klein, playing at first base tonight for the Expos. 1-2 the count on Carl Taylor. Reed delivers. Taylor looks. It's low for ball 2. We've got a 2-2 count. Sure hope all you folks along the Expo Network are enjoying this baseball broadcast tonight, wherever you are. A lot of you, I guess, out on the patios. Line shot right field. Base hit. Good for at least one. Taylor makes the turn at first. Will head to second with a double. Alou is coming around third and holds up. Fine throw from deep right field by Rusty Staub. Keeps Matty Alou on third. But Taylor placed that one well, a double down the right field line. With nobody out, the batter will be Willie Stargell. Runners on second and third. And a loud murmur creeps up from the fans in the stands here at Jarry Park, as they all know what Big Willie can do. Don Shaw is warming up for the Expos. Willie didn't hit one over the fence tonight. He hit one, it actually went over the fence, bounced over the fence for a ground rule double. The first pitch is swung on for strike one. Stargell felt that he held up in his swing, but not so plate umpire Tony Benson. Well, here's a dicey situation for Howie Reed. A single could score 2 runs, give the Pirates a 3-0 lead. If Big Willie puts it out of the ballpark, then it'll be a 4-0 lead. Reed checks his man Alou at third. The 0-1 delivery to Stargell is held up this time for ball 1. Stargell again checked his swing. Actually looked as though he went around on this one more than he did in the first one. 1-1 on Willie Stargell. Outfield playing deep. The 1-1 pitch is lined foul into the dugout. And Stargell scattered quite a group of teammates. That was a bullet right into the Pirate dugout. 1-2. Reed is out in front of Willie Stargell. And Howie realizes that and 10 cents will get him a cup of coffee with a guy like this. Stargell can reach over and hit bad pitches for singles. Big Willie, a lot of power at the plate. And Stargell has started to learn to wait for his pitch. The 1-2 delivery is high. That time he waited. The count is 2-2. Last night, he waited for his pitch and got on with a walk. In the 9th inning. And we all know what happened after that. Roberto Clemente came through with the big hit. The 2-2 delivery. Fly ball into left field. It's going to be a long run for Jones. He can't get to it. It is foul. And bounces into the stands. It bounced right beside John Bacabella in the Expo bullpen. Mack Jones had been playing over to left center field, toward left center. Shifted way over. There was no way Mack could get to it. And it took one big bounce from the bullpen into the seats. 2-2 on Willie Stargell. Reed taking his time. Checks his runner at third. Delivers a 2-2 pitch. Call strike 3. A fine pitch by Howie Reed. For Reed, that was strikeout number 2. And what a big strikeout. Anytime you get Willie Stargell looking at a third strike, you've done a job. But the tight situation isn't over yet. We've only got one out with those runners still on second and third, Alou on third, and Carl Taylor on second. Roberto Clemente had an infield hit in the first and popped out to Angel Hermoso in the third inning. Reed delivers his first pitch way outside to Clemente for ball one. Don Shaw warming up in the Expo bullpen, but Don has stopped warming up to follow the action, like everyone else here at Jarry Park tonight. Reed checks his rudder, delivers the 1-0 pitch outside for ball two. Pirates have pounded out 6 hits in this game so far. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. The Bucks lead us 1-0. Expos have had 4 hits. The 2-0 delivery swung on and missed for strike one. Clemente seemed to be going for that outside pitch to plunk it into right field. Jones is deep in left center field. Phillips in center and Staub in right. 2-1 the count on Clemente. Here's the next one. Swung on and missed for strike two. 2-2. Roberto steps out of the batter's box, shaking his head. Probably asking himself, what did that guy put on it? But this jam that Howie Reed is in is far from over. Two balls and 2 strikes on Roberto Clemente. Clemente, a .336 hitter. This one popped in a short right field. In comes Phillips. He's got it. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's off the plate. And the runner, Alou, scores. Sacrifice fly by Roberto Clemente. Alou comes in to make it 2-0. The throw from Phillips in center field chased Ronnie Brand up the line about 25 feet, 20 to 25 feet, and Alou just skipped around him, came in to score. We may have had a close play at the plate had that throw been on. So there's a man on second, Carl Taylor. He stays there. And they're going to put Hebner on to get to Sanguin, with first base open and 2 out. Hebner gets the free pass. And that will be the 5th walk issued by Howie Reed. The first one intentionally. This one, rather, the 5th one intentionally. So Hebner is on with a walk, and Sanguin steps up. Sanguin is a .346 hitter, appearing in his 67th game. Manny has hit 10 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs. He has knocked in 24 runs. And he beat the Expos with a key hit in that series in Pittsburgh on the recent road trip. So 1 run is in. It's now 2-0 Pittsburgh. The pitch to Sanguin is low and away for ball 1. No breathing space for Howie Reed, the first 6 men hitting over 300 for the Pirates. The 1-0 pitch is hit on the ground down to Bobby Wine, down to Hermoso for the out. Sanguin hits into the fielder's choice, erasing Hebner at second, 6-4. The Pirates picked up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men were left stranded. The score, as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, 2-0 for the Pirates. Quite a few groups here at Jarry Park tonight. We'll tell you about them a little later. First pitch to Bobby Wine is a call strike, as Bunning got that outside corner. The Sandoz Recreation Club from Dorval, Quebec. The Campers du Centre d'Éducation Physique et de Plein Air is here from Edfi. The group called the LSA from Ahunsik. 0-1 the count on Bobby Wine. This one, line shot right field for a base hit. Bobby Wine singles to right field. That's the 5th hit off Jim Bunning. Howie Reed was safe on an error in the third inning, now steps in. So we'll see what Mr. Reed's orders are. Very likely to square around and bunt and try to bring Wine down to second base. Here's the bunt. It's foul to the right of home plate. And the count is 0-1. And Jim Bunting, of course, is a past master at not giving up a good bunting pitch. In other words, he gets them to foul it off, to pop it up. He knows. At the Expos want to get Wine down to second. Here's the bunt. It's in fair territory. The tag is on Howie Reed. The sacrifice works. Bobby Wine goes into scoring position at second base. 3 unassisted on that sacrifice. So we go up to Adolfo Phillips. And Adolfo has been hitting the ball this week. He hit a triple 420 feet away against the center field fence last night. Hit a home run way up in the seats in the left field bleachers. And tonight hit one of the longest singles we've seen right against the 340 mark in left field. Willie Stargell got a good bounce on it. And Phillips was held up to a single. The first pitch to Adolfo is popped into the air to the right of us. There goes the net. And they can't reach it. Jean-Pierre Roy and Jean-Paul Settle, the French broadcasting team, missed that one with their net. They're 0 for 1 and we're 0 for 1 tonight. The scoreboard says 0 for 1 on Adolfo Phillips. Wine's the runner on second. He got on first with a single and moved to second on a sacrifice by Howie Reed. Expos trailing by 2 runs. Would love dearly to bring Bobby in from second base and get one back. The 0-1 delivery is low and inside for ball 1. The attendance hasn't been announced here at Jarry as yet, but it would have to be close to 16,000, which actually is the average per date. Bunting shakes off a couple of signs, gets the one he wants, and delivers the 1-1 pitch. It's inside. Phillips fell back. The count is 2-1. So did Manny Sanguillen reaching inside for that. He lost his balance, too. Phillips to be followed by Hermoso and Staub. If the Expos can get something going, we've got one out. Runner on second base. Jim Bunting checks Bobby Wine at second, delivers a 2-1 pitch. It's foul to the right of us, out of play, and into the press box. Just beyond the reach of Gene Kirby, the Expos traveling secretary. Two balls and 2 strikes on Adolfo. If Adolfo could hit one down the right field line, the opposite field, he could do a lot of running because Clemente is shifted over toward right center field. Stargell is deep in left. Alou is deep in left center field. 2-2 the count on Phillips. And here's the next pitch, a change-up, and Phillips wasn't going for it. Ball 3. It just floated in there, high and outside. So Bunting's got the 3-2 count on Phillips. Adolfo struck out and singled. Bunting looks down to Sanguillen, gets the sign, checks his man at second base, delivers a 3-2 pitch. Another changeup outside. Phillips is on with a walk. So the Expos have runners on first and second with 1 out and Hermoso the batter. Angel was in the same situation in the third inning with runners on first and second. He bounced into a double play. Rusty Staub is in the on-deck circle. So let's see what Angel's instructions are. Will he square around and bunt, try to get advance those runners for Rusty Staub, or will he swing away? The first pitch to Angel is taken for a called strike. And no attempt by Hermoso to lay one down. Winds the runner on second, Phillips on first. The next pitch is taken for a call, strike two. Running way out in front and seems to be well in control of the situation with Angel Hermoso. Now Angel's got to take what Jim Bunning serves. And here's the 0-2 delivery, low and outside for ball one. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Expo Baseball Network.
This is the home of Expo Baseball in the Capital District. WHRL in Albany, New York.
Expos with a runner in scoring position on second, Bobby Wine. Adolfo Phillips on first base. The batter is Angel Hermoso with a 1-2 count. Here's the next pitch outside for ball two. 2-2. We've got a left-hander warming up for the Pirates. Could be Lou Maroney. We'll double check that. It is Lou Maroney, left-hander. Running, taking loads of time out on the hill. Now delivers a 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into right field. Clemente has it. 2 out. Brings up Rusty Staub. Whereas in the last inning, when Hermoso came up with runners in first and second and 1 out, he bounced into a double play, ending the inning. This time, he flies out to right field, so Staub gets his turn at bat this time, with runners on first and second. Staub flied out to left field, both trips to the plate. The first pitch to Rusty. Line shot out into right center field for a base hit. Here comes Bobby Wine to score. Phillips is holding up at third. Rusty delivers the goods. Wine comes in to score from second base. A good, solid single to right center field by Rusty Staub. That was Rusty's 31st run batted in. Brings up Mack Jones. Big Mac's had a hit, a solid single to center. He's 1 for 2. Time call of Sanguillen goes out to talk to Jim Bunning. Expos and the Pirates tied up in hits 6-all. The Pirates are leading this ball game 2-1. You probably heard the great roar from the crowd when Rusty delivered that run-scoring single to center field. The first pitch to Mack Jones, hit right to second baseman Gene Alley. The throw is to first, and that's it for the Expos. But they picked up 1 run on 2 hits, no Pirate errors, and they left 2 men stranded. The score, after 5 complete innings of play, 2-1 for the Pirates.
Fans, this is the final game of the Pirates series. The New York Mets are in town. They'll be playing here at Jerry Park tomorrow night. Jerry Koosman, who's 7-5 on the year, is the probable starter for tomorrow night's game. Jerry Robertson is scheduled to go for Montreal. Jerry is 2-7. Saturday afternoon, we'll have a 4:15 game, and Tom Seaver is slated to go against either Bill Stoneman or Gary Wozlewski. There's still plenty of good tickets available for that New York Mets series, so we hope that you'll take advantage of the many Expos offices in the areas where the broadcasts are heard, get by the Expos ticket office, the TRS office nearest you, and get your tickets for that Mets series. We ought to mention 500 children attending tonight's game under the auspices of the Youth Cooperation Section of the Montreal Police. It's good to see all the youngsters out here at the ball game, and they're seeing a fine game here at Jerry Park tonight.
We're going to the top half of the sixth inning, the Pirate half of the sixth. The first man up for the Pirates will be Gene Alley. Got a call from a friend of mine today saying, Ross, how come there isn't a TRS outlet down in the financial district? I checked it out. There is one in Place Victoria, the Stock Exchange Tower, the restaurant La Vieille Porte. La Vieille Porte. There's a TRS location there for folks down around St. James Street. That's in the Place Victoria, Stock Exchange Tower, a TRS center. And you know, a lot of people feel you have to come to the ballpark to get choice seats, that if you buy your tickets to the ballpark, you get better seats. Not so. First pitch to Gene Alley is low for ball one. It is not so. You can buy the best seat available at the moment down in Burlington, Vermont, at the Vermont Transit line, or at the Greyhound bus terminal in Plattsburgh. Swung on a miss for strike two. Strike one. 1-1 the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gene Alley. So remember, if you buy your tickets at Jerry Park, you get the best available ticket on the TRS system. This is low for ball two. A lot of people do not understand that. They say, I'll buy my seats for the Expo ball games or those 2 pro football games at Jerry Park. That way I'll be able to choose my seats. This doesn't go. You get the best seat on that TRS system. They have 18 machines, TRS machines here at Jerry Park. The same circuit. They're hooked up to the same circuit as the other TRS machines. Blowing outside for ball 3. I just wanted to explain that because a lot of people just feel that you can get better seats by coming to the ballpark. It's the same system. The moment seat, say, seat 25 in Section 9 is punched, it's canceled. Strike called, and the count is 3-2. So if Joe Blow down in Plattsburgh by seat 25 in Section 9, row such and such, it's canceled at Jerry Park immediately. It can't be sold at Jerry Park. Got it? 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, through the box, out into center field for a base hit for Gene Alley. A leadoff single to Gene Alley. So Alley's on first, and the batter will be Freddie Potak. Potak looks down to the third base coaching box to get his sign. And he gets it from Alex Grammons. Grammons went through all kinds of contortions in giving those signs to Potak. So we'll see if Potak squares around to bunt the ball or if he'll be hitting away. The throw to first by Howie Reed. The runner Gene Alley is back in loads of time. Don't forget those 2 pro football games, August 25th, the Lions and the Patriots, September 11th, the Giants and the Steelers here at Jerry Park. Oh, there's a hard shot into right center field. Long run by Phillips. Fine catch. The throw to first. Way over the back. Oh, a great defensive play by Ronnie Brand. What a play by Ronnie Brand in blocking, covering up at first base. I'll recap it for you. I'll recap the play. Freddie Potak hit a vicious line drive to center field. Phillips caught it on the dead run with great speed. The runner, Alley, had taken a long lead towards second base. Phillips fired the ball at first, went way over Ty Klein's head, headed for the Pirate dugout, and Ronnie Brand just threw himself head first at the ball and blocked it with his chest, preventing it from going into the Pirate dugout, because that would have put the runner on second in scoring position. A great defensive play by Ronnie Brand. The crowd is still talking about it. They know the importance of that play with the Pirates leading by only 1 run. The batter is Jim Bunning. 1 out. Bunning lays down a bunt. It's foul along the first baseline. Sort of a pop. Klein tried to get it on the fly, but couldn't get to it. Ty gave it plenty of extra effort. Well, that's the catcher's job in covering up at first. But this was a wild throw by Phillips from the outfield. So Alley remains on first base. We've got one out. That was a good belt by Patek. I didn't think Phillips could get to it. But Adolfo has great speed, as we know. Here's a bunt. LeBoy has it. The throw will be to first base. So the sacrifice has worked out well for the Pirates, but they've got two out and the runner on second. But look who's coming up. Matty Alou, a tough guy to get out. Matty Alou is perhaps one of the toughest outs in baseball. Matty's been out once. He grounded out in the first. He walked in the second and delivered a single in the fifth, later going to third and scoring on a sacrifice fly. Don Shaw is still warming up for the Expos. Tony Venson has called time. All right, time's in again. Two out. Runner on second is Gene Alley. There with the sacrifice. The first pitch to Alou bounces away from Brand, but Ronnie's on it, blocked it well, kept it in front of him all the time. And again, the crowd gives Ronnie Brand a fine hand. 1 ball and no strikes on Matty Alou. And this is a tough part of the Pirate order. Reed checks his man at second base. The 1-0 delivery is hit right back to Reed. A great catch. He may have hurt himself. Alou is out of there. Line it right back to Howie Reed. He's walking off under his own steam very slowly. May have caught it on the thigh. Oh, a great play by Howie Reed. He gets a fine hand. The Pirates, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on. The score going to the bottom of the 6th is still 2-1 Pittsburgh. The first man out for the Expos, a fellow who has a perfect night so far, Ty Klein, a double and a single. He had a double in the second and a single in the fourth.
11,935.
Klein swings and fouls the first pitch out of play along the third baseline. The paid attendance, we're way off by about 4,000, is 11,935. That's the paid attendance just announced here at Jerry Park. 0-1 on Ty Klein. Pirates have out-hit the Expos 7-6. Klein foul tips this next pitch back, and Bunning is out in front 0-2. To Ty Klein. All kinds of groups here. The Dawson Boys Club from Verdun is here. Association Sportive Saint-Mathieu from Montreal is here. Pop fly. It may be foul out of play. It is along the third baseline, way out into the seats. And the count remains at 0-2. Canadian International Paper from Trois-Rivières, Quebec is here. Also Domtar from Trois-Rivières. A group from Domtar here tonight. People from all over La Belle Province at tonight's ball game. Bunning delivers the 0-2 pitch high and away for ball 1. Outfield straight away in Klein. Alou in dead center. Stargell in left and Clemente in right. 1-2 the count on Ty Klein. And here's the next pitch. The changeup is high for ball 2. Klein to be followed by LeBoy and Brand. 2-1 Pirates, in case you've just joined us. Bottom half of the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch is hit in the air down the left field line. That is out of play also. Into the seats. Still 2-2. Pirates got their runs. Sacrifice fly scored Matty Alou in the 2nd inning. They got their other run in the 5th inning on a sacrifice fly. That brought in Alou. That's how they got their first run. Their second run, rather. Second run came in on a first run came in on a walk. Here's another single for Ty Klein into right field. Wow, what a night for Ty Klein. A single to right field for Mr. Klein. A perfect night, and I'd have to say that Ty Klein has Jim Bunning's number tonight. 2 singles and a double. Brings up Coco LaBoy. He pitched to Coco, is low and away. So he got that straight. The first Pirate run scored when Taylor walked with the bases loaded. And the second run scored on a sacrifice fly. Matty Alou getting that second run. Patek scored from third on the bases loaded walk in the second inning. Rusty Staub drove in the Expos' only run with a solid smash, a single to center field. That scored Bobby Wine from second base. 1-0 the count on LaBoy. There's an attempted bunt, which is foul. And the count is 1-1. Coco to be followed by Ronnie Brand and Bobby Wine. Matty Alou has moved over toward left center field, so there's a big gap between Alou and Clemente. The 1-1 delivery to Coco is bunted foul. And the count becomes 1-2. The Mets and the Expos here at Jerry Park. The big series opener tomorrow night starting at 8:05. Tickets now on sale at all the TRS centers. The 1-2 delivery is low and away for ball 2. Saturday's game will be an afternoon game starting at 4:15. It will be Plattsburgh Day as a large delegation is expected up from Plattsburgh. Sunday, a doubleheader. 2-2, Bunning taking his time. Gets a sign from Sanguian. Watches Klein at first base. Delivers a 2-2 pitch. A changeup. He caught Coco swinging on a changeup. Coco was all geared for Bunning's fastball. And he pulled the string. A great cheer for Ronnie Brand as he steps in for his fine defensive play in the top half of the 6th inning. In backing up a wild throw at first base, preventing a runner from moving into scoring position. 1 out, Brand the batter. Ronnie hasn't had a hit tonight. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flied out to right field. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Brand to be followed by Bobby Wine. Klein takes a lead off first, not a long one. There goes Klein. This is foul to the right of it. Ty broke quickly for second base. On Ronnie Brand. 2-1 Pirates, bottom half of the 6th inning. Pirates 7 hits, the Expos 7 hits. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There goes the runner. Brand hits it as the hit and run was on. Klein's down to second. The throw is to first. That advances Ty Klein to second and brings up Bobby Wine. Bobby bounced out to third baseman Rich Hebner in the 3rd and singled in the 5th moved to second on a sacrifice and scored on a single by Rusty Staub. They are going to... Oh, just hold that. Sanguine is standing up. They're going to put Bobby Wine on with first base open to get to Howie Reed. Well, Reed is not known as a hitter, but fans will remember against St. Louis, he plunked one into Jonesville. Ball 3. Now it's ball 4. Reed has had 3 hits in 14 trips, including a home run. But now we're going to see a pinch hitter for Howie Reed. He hasn't been announced yet, but Kevin Collins is in the on-deck circle, and out comes Bill Burton for a conference at the Hill with Jim Bunning. Don Shaw is warming up for the Expos and will come on to pitch.
Your attention, please. Ready to release number 8, Kevin Collins.
Collins will pinch hit for Reed. As Gene Mark figures, now is the time to get some runs in. So Collins will pinch hit. Kevin is hitting 162. His first trip to the plate as an Expo, he got a double in a losing cause. And that was as a pinch hitter. So Klein's on second, Wine's on first. The first pitch to Collins is popped into the air. It's out of play, I believe, yes. And a one-handed catch by a fan down to our right. Fan sitting a couple of rows in front of Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra is down there with Rube Walker, one of the other Mets coaches, and Joe Pignatano. They're all sitting together. 0-1 to count on Kev Collins. 2 out, bottom of the 6th. The runner in scoring position is Ty Klein. The pitch is low and away for ball 1. Klein led off with a single. LaBoy struck out. Bryan grounded out with Klein moving down to second on the play. And Wine was passed intentionally so they can get to Reed. But Collins is in here pinch hitting for Howie Reed. The 1-1 delivery, a change-off hit down the line, fair or foul, I don't know. It is fair, a home run for Kevin Collins. Listen to the crowd. Wow! The Expos are in the lead. Home run. A pinch hit home run for Kev Collins in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Another first for the Expos. The first time the Expos have had a pinch hit home run. Wow, the crowd really roaring. What a bat by Kev Collins. They pitch to it off of Phillips, is fouled over the screen. Jim Bunning threw the gopher to Kev Collins, and Collins was looking for it. Bunning just floated it in there on the changeup. Collins just took a hitch, got set for it, and knocked it over the right field fence. Low and inside to Phillips. 1-1 the count. The crowd's still talking about it. You know, I even heard a few boos when they introduced Collins as a pinch hitter, as the second guessers kind of thought that Howie Reed should have been left in there Accidental foul to the right of home plate into the seats. 1-2. To Adolfo Phillips. The Expos are leading this ball game 4-2. And are the fans ever happy? A pinch hit home run, the first pinch hit home run by an Expo. The honor goes to Kev Collins. Driving in Ty Klein and Bobby Wine. The pitch is inside to Phillips. The count is 2-2. Lou Maroney warming up again. Ball gets away from him into right field. Time is called. As the ball is retrieved. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On Adolfo Phillips, Expos are leading the Pirates 4-2, bottom half of the 6th inning. And I guess Yogi and Rube Walker and Joe Pignatano
and Gil Hodges.
And Gil Hodges, too. And all the other Mets here, former teammates. This one's hit on the ground to Hebner. Richie has it. The throw is to first, and Phillips is out of there. So are the Expos. But the crowd is happy. The Expos, 3 runs on 2 hits. No Pirate errors and nobody left on. After 6 complete innings of play, it's 4-2 for the Expos.
Pete Rose hit a home run for the Cincinnati Reds in the bottom of the 5th. His 10th of the year. There was nobody on. It's Atlanta 6, Cincinnati 2, and the Reds batting now in the 6th inning. Cardinals scored 2 more in the 2nd inning. It's 4-0. Cardinals leading Philadelphia at St. Louis in the 3rd. This afternoon, San Francisco beat Los Angeles 14-3. Let's look at the American League now. Washington has come up with 2 runs in the 8th. It's the Tigers 4, the Senators 3. The Senators batting in the bottom of the 9th in Washington, D.C. Cleveland leading Baltimore 2-0 after 6.5. And Minnesota scored 6 runs in the 1st inning. They lead Chicago 6-1 as they go to the 2nd. Don Pavletich hit a home run in the 1st for Chicago to put them on the scoreboard, and then the Twins came up with 6 runs in the 1st inning.
Here are the totals after 6 complete innings of play. Expos, 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Pirates, 2 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. So the Expos are in front 4-2. And I'll turn the mic over to Dave Van Horn.
Okay, Russ, thank you very much. Great job pinch hitting there. Carl Taylor, Willie Stargell, Roberto Clemente here in the 7th. Taylor is 1 for 2 with a walk. Don Shaw delivers. Pitch is down low, ball 1. Taylor flied to center in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, doubled in the 5th down the right field line. Don Shaw now for the Expos. Left-hander deals. It's low, ball 2, 2-0. Don, of course, in need of some work. He's been working hard to get that pitching feeling once again. He's just recently completed 2 weeks serving the Army in the States. Here's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Shaw's making his 24th appearance. His 23rd in relief. Got a 1-5 record. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Taylor took a vicious swing. Outfield pretty much straight away. Staub is deep in right for Taylor. Rusty plays at deep right field. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a high bounder. LeBoy lost the ball in the lights. It went over his head out into left field. Taylor beats it out. Coco lost that ball, took a high hop right up in the lights, and Coco couldn't see it. He just had to duck, put the glove up, and hope that maybe he came up with something, but he didn't. That's a base hit for Taylor. Ball was all right when it was on the ground, but it took that high hop into the air and got right up in the lights, which are the standard that is off to the right behind home plate, and Coco lost it. Blinded as he looked up into the lights to try to find that ball. Taylor's the runner at first. Willie Stargell 1 for 3. Ron Brandt out to the mound to talk to Don Shaw. Right now, let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Expos Baseball Radio Network.
This is the flagship station of the Montreal Expos, WEAV, AM and FM, Plattsburgh, New York, the mighty 96. This is the home of Expo Baseball in the Capital District, WHRL in Albany, New York.
Don Shaw's on the mound. Pirates have got a runner at first base, Carl Taylor. Nobody out. Willie Stargell, the batter. Outfield deep and around to the right. Shaw getting the sign from Brand. Don Shaw, former New York Met. Gives the runner a look. The pitch. Curveball swung on, hit hard, right center, going back Phillips, but this is out of here. It's a home run up against the wall beyond the 5-foot fence around Jarry Park, and the ball game is tied up. Stargell with his second home run in as many nights, tying it up here in the 7th with a 2-run homer for Willie, his 14th of the year. Stargell now for the year with 50 RBIs. So it's a new one again. This time 4-4. That was the 9th hit for the Pirates. Here's Roberto Clemente. He's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice. Got an infield hit in the first inning. Popped up to Hermoso in the 3rd. Sacrifice fly to center in the 5th. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1 to the right-hand hitter. Hebner on deck. Shaw ready. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 to Roberto Clemente. Pirates scored a run in the 2nd, got 1 more in the 5th. The Expos scored a run in the bottom of the 5th, and then came up with 3 in the 6th to take a 4-2 lead, and then Stargell's home run tied it up. Low and away to Clemente for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we've seen some home runs in this ballpark the last couple of nights. Expos hit 4 last night themselves. The 1-2 pitch is down low. Count is even to Clemente, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Don winds up. The 2-2. Low for ball 3. 3-2 to Clemente. Final game of the series. The Expos need this one to split the series with the Pirates. There's nobody out. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and foul tipped at the plate. Howie Reed went 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, 7 hits. Struck out 2, walked 4. Runs are earned. Clemente's on. Pitch is low. So after getting out in front, he lost him. Don gives up a walk to Roberto Clemente, and the batter will be Rich Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 2 with a walk. He's fouled out to the catcher, Ron Brand, flied out to left. Walked in the 5th. We're going to get activity in the Expos bullpen. Dick Raditz has gone down to warm up. And manager Gene Mauch is out to the mound to talk to Don Shaw. He's joined by the catcher, Ron Brand. So they're discussing this situation. Just how Don's going to pitch to Hebner. And Raditz, the right-hander, working in the bullpen. Hebner came into this game with a .312 batting average. Dropped a point or 2. Shaw looks at the runner, Clemente, the pitch. Taken high. Ball 1. Infield looking for the bunt. The catcher, Manny Sanguillen, is on deck. There have been 17 hits in this ball game. Pirates with 9 of them. Expos 8. And we're tied 4-4. Shaw at the belt, looks at his runner. Here's the pitch. Hebner squares around, tried to bunt it, foul tipped it off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Expos and the Pirates for the year have played 13 games. The Expos have won 3 of them. So this club has been tough against us. As a matter of fact, the Pirates hold more wins over the Expos than any other club. The 1-1. Low and outside. Ball 2. 2-1. Of course, I should point out that we've played them now 1 more series than we've played the other clubs. 2-1, the count on Hebner. Stretch. Here's the pitch. It's bunted foul, first base side. Strike 2. 2-2 now to Hebner. Well, what'll the Pirates have him doing now with 2 strikes on him? We'll see if he bunts again or swings away. There's nobody out. Outfield around to the right for this left-hand hitter. The infield pulled over that way, too. We're set now for the 2-2 pitch. As Shaw gives Clemente a look, here it comes. It's low and outside. Ball 3, 3-2 to Hebner. So again, Hebner checks the third base coach, Alex Gramis. Shaw set. The pause and the pitch. It's inside, ball 4. He lost him. So a couple of walks by Don Shaw. Following those 2 hits, one of which was a Stargell 2-run homer. And the Pirates have got runners at first and second with nobody out. And the game tied 4-4. And Dick Raditz, the right-hander, had just started to warm up. Pitching coach Cal McLish has gone down to check with Raditz, and he'll want to know just as soon as Raditz is ready, undoubtedly. Sanguillen, right-hand hitter, steps in. He's 1 for 3. Punts the first pitch. Foul, third base side. 0-1. Well, we got a sticky situation here in the 7th. Gene Alley is on deck. Don looks at his lead runner, Clemente at second. Now the 0-1. It's bunted by Sanguillen. Again foul, third base side. Sanguillen's holding that bat in close to his body and standing back in the box. He's not really getting out there like a lot of the hitters will when they're trying to bunt. Keep that ball in play. Pull that bat back into him. And as we said, he stands back in the box anyway, and when he drops that left foot back, he's way back there, and he's bunted the ball twice, foul to the left. And it wasn't close. The stretch, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball, left side, wind to second for 1. Back to first, double play. The Expos turn a double play. Clemente goes to third. 6-4-3. 2 outs. The batter, Gene Alley. He's 2 for 3. The right-hand hitter got a hit in the 2nd, grounded out to LeBoy in the 4th, got a base hit to center in the 6th. Shaw delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Don Shaw trying to get Alley now as the Pirates have the go-ahead run at third with 2 outs here in the 7th. Lou Moroney, a left-hander, warming up in the Pirates bullpen. He's been up before. Here's the 0-1 to Alley, way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's the sixth man to come to the plate for the Pirates here in the seventh. The pitch to Alley, low and away, ball 2, 2-1. The Pirates have had runners on in every inning except the third and fourth, when Howie Reed, the Expos starter, retired the side in order. They've left 8 men on base tonight. Here's the pitch to Alley, the 2-1, swung on, ground ball to the left. Bobby Wine has got it. The throw to first, that's all for the Pirates. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Score at the end of 6 1/2. Expos 4, Pittsburgh 4.
All right, on the out-of-town scoreboard in the American League, Washington leads Detroit 3-1. In the bottom half of the ninth, Frank Howard hit his 34th home run of the year in the 6th inning for Washington. Boston at New York was postponed by rain. Cleveland leads Baltimore 2-0 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Minnesota out in front of Chicago 6-3, bottom of the 2nd. Oakland is at Seattle. That game will be getting underway later on. In the National League, Atlanta at Cincinnati. It's 6-2 for the Braves over the Reds in the bottom of the 6th. Phil Negro scoring against Jim Merritt. St. Louis, 2 runs in the first, 2 more in the second. Leads Philadelphia 4-0, top half of the 3rd inning. Pete Rose hit a home run for Cincinnati, his 10th of the year, in the 5th inning in that Cincinnati-Atlanta game. Giants beat the Dodgers 14-13 this afternoon. Well, the Expos are at bat in the bottom half of the 7th inning, leading off with Angel Hermoso. Angel is 0 for 3. Bunning delivers. Angel squared around on it, but let it go low. Ball 1. 1-0. A 4-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Bunning winds it up. His pitch. Swung on. Ball hit well left field. Stargell going back a few steps. He's there. And Hermoso is out. That'll bring Rusty Staub to the plate. Rusty is 1 for 3. He lined out to left in the first inning, flied to left in the 4th, got a base hit to right center in the 5th, and drove in a run. And on deck is Mack Jones. Bunning in big trouble in the 6th. Kevin Collins hit a pinch hit 3-run homer off him to put the Expos out in front. But the Pirates came up with 2 on Stargell's home run in the 7th to tie it up. So Bunning has stayed in the ball game. He got new life from Willie Stargell's home run. The 1-0 to Staub. Swung on, foul, way down to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. After the first inning, which Bunning logged a 3-up, 3-down inning, next pitch to Staub, a called strike, 1-2 to Rusty. The Expos had runners in every inning, but couldn't score on Bunning till the 5th when they got 1 run on 2 hits. And then the 6th. Bunning looking down to Sanguillen is ready. Here's the 1-2 to Rusty. Swung on, ball hit high, left field. Stargell drifting back. He's under it, and he's got it. 2 away. Jim Bunning making his 21st start of the year. He has only 4 complete games, a 3.62 ERA. Coming into tonight's game, he's 1-8 and lost 6. And he has survived this game so far, which is all even here in the 7th, 4 apiece. Mack Jones with 2 outs, nobody on. Mack's 1 for 3. Left-hand hitter. Let the first one go inside. Ball 1. Well, this Sanguillen is something to watch behind the plate. He sits right down on the ground when waiting for that pitch. Kicks 1 leg out from under him. Gets it out. Here's the pitch. High
pop-up, right side. Taylor coming over, but he hasn't got a play. He's back about 4 or 5 rows, box seats. 1-1 to Mack. Sets the target and then drops down. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive right to the first baseman, Carl Taylor, and that's it for Mack and for the Expos. 3 up, 3 down in the 7th, nothing across. After 7 at Jarry Park, Expos 4, Pirates 4.
Fans have asked this question many times on the Expo baseball radio broadcast. Have you got your copy of the Expo yearbook? Well, again, if you haven't, I've got to remind you that the summer is passing very quickly. Soon we'll be into the month of August and then into September. So do it now. Send $1.25 to Yearbook, Jarry Park, Montreal. Tell you what you'll get. You'll get a souvenir booklet that you'll want to keep for years and years to come. A colorful booklet, the centerfold picture of the Expos taken in spring training. True, a lot of the players in that centerfold picture are no longer with the club, but this is probably more reason why you want to get your copy of this year's yearbook, to keep it as a souvenir for years and years to come, to say, there, I've got the picture of the original Expos way back in the year 1969 when they broke into Major League Baseball, bringing Major League Baseball to Canada outside the United States. So that's $1.25 to Yearbook, Jarry Park, Montreal. Well, the Pirates are coming to bat, top half of the 8th inning. The first man up for the Pirates is little Freddie Patek.
Ready Freddie tonight is 0 for 3. He got on base on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and scored a run. Bounced out to LeBoy in the 4th, flied out to Phillips in the 6th. Don Shaw, the left-hander, delivers to Patek, and a strike called. 0-1 on this little guy. These Pirates came into this one 11 and a half games behind Chicago. They're in 4th place in the Eastern Division. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hey, I wonder how a little guy like that can swing that hard. Oh, well, we have seen him meet that ball a couple of times with a swing like that, haven't we, Russ?
Last night he hit it right to the fence. Jones made a great catch on it.
0-2, swung on and missed. He's out of there. Don Shaw with a strikeout. Well, the batter will be the pitcher, Jim Bunning. Officially, tonight, he's 0 for 1. He walked in the 2nd, popped up to LeBoy in the 4th, sacrificed in the 6th. That's right. Alou on deck. Pitch to Bunning, outside, ball 1. 11,935 fans here at Jarry Park tonight. We're expecting big crowds here for the weekend. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball. The boy's got it, drops it, picks it up. The throw is in time to get Bunning at first. Close play, but LeBoy recovered in time. Well, here is Matty Alou. The 5th time he's walked into the batter's box tonight. He grounded out in the 1st inning, walked in the 2nd, got a base hit in the 5th, and lined one back to Howie Reed in the 6th. 1 for 3 officially. Lake's leading hitter. Takes one low, ball 1. Four ball game here in the 8th. Shaw deals inside. Ball 2 to Alou. Don Shaw charged with the responsibility now of holding this game, holding the Pirates right there where they are at 4 runs. And it'll be up to the Expos to get some runs. The pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3-0 to Alou. Pointed this out in the last inning. Don has not worked a great deal, having been in the Army for 2 weeks. The 3-0 pitch. A strike. Alou was taking all the way. 3-1. Here's Don's pitch. Strike 2 called. A full count now to Matty Alou with 2 outs, nobody on base. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball. Center field. Phillips on the run. He's got it. Over into right center. Adolfo came up with it. Alou is out. And the side is retired in the 8th. Nothing across for the Pirates. The score at the end of 7 1/2. Montreal 4, Pittsburgh 4.
Fans, we were mentioning earlier the number of groups here at Jarry Park. Well, we mention this in every baseball broadcast we do from Jarry Park because every night, every afternoon, you see groups from all over the province of Quebec, many parts of Ontario, even fans coming in from Western Canada, and certainly, of course, from the northeastern United States. Tonight, all kinds of groups. We mentioned groups from Bolivier, Quebec, from Verdun, which is, of course, nearby in Quebec, and Dorval also. There are other groups from around the states, groups every night, actually, from Plattsburgh. A lot of the border people, some of the people down in Plattsburgh own season tickets. Well, my point is this. If you've got a group somewhere along the Expo network, large enough, and you'd like to come to Montreal to see the Expos in action at Jarry Park, contact Mr. Roger Savard, and I'll tell you why. He can look after all the details for you. He'll make sure that your group is seated together in a choice section of the ballpark, and he'll also make sure that your chartered bus gets good parking. For the Expos, bottom half of the 8th, Ty Klein.
Ty Klein having quite a night. Ty is 3 for 3. Left-hand hitter, Bunning delivers. Swung on, line drive, left field. Stargell on the run. He can't get to it. This will go to the fence. Klein is rounded first. He's headed for second. He's in there. His second double of the night. 4 for 4, including 2 doubles and a run scored. What a night Ty Klein is having. He has made mincemeat out of Jim Bunning's pitches. And with this ball game tied at 4-4, that's a big double. Ty's in scoring position with nobody out. Now Coco LeBoy, Ron Brand, and Bobby Wine will get a shot at driving him in. LeBoy is 0 for 3, grounded out, popped up, struck out. Coco's due. Here's Bunning's pitch. Swung on. Out into right field, line drive. It's in there. It goes to the fence. Ty can do the backstroke and score. Here he comes across the plate. LeBoy's got a double. Back-to-back doubles. 10 hits now for the Expos, and the Expos lead 5-4. That might have put the lid on Mr. Bunning's night. Bill Burton out there talking to him. Got action down in the Pirates bullpen. Lou Maroney had warmed up earlier. Right now, right-hander Bob Moose is warming up. We'll see whether they call Moose or not. Yeah, they've called for him. Well, that's it for Bunning. He went 7 innings, has faced 2 men here in the 8th. He gave up 5 runs, 10 hits, struck out 3, walked 2. All the runs are earned. 4 extra base hits tonight for the Expos so far. Collins pinch hit home run, that hurt Bunning. Klein's got 2 doubles. LeBoy's got a double, his first hit of the night. And Bunning will go to the showers. Dave, I got a letter from one of our listeners on the Expo Network, Mr. and Mrs. W.C. Ewing from Sherbrooke, Quebec. They say that they're enjoying the baseball broadcast tremendously, but they put in here, we wish that you would find a better nickname than the Monster for pitcher Dick Raddatz. According to Webster's Dictionary, monster is any huge animal or thing, anything monstrous, especially a person of unnatural ugliness, wickedness, or cruelty. We are sure that you can find a more appropriate nickname for Raddatz. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Ewing, I can tell you this, Dick Raddatz takes all this in fun, and we did not give him the nickname the Monster. He's been called the Monster ever since he broke into baseball.
As a matter of fact, you ask anybody in baseball, anywhere, to name the monster, and right away they'll say Dick Raditz. And the reason for this, of course, he is built like a monster. In the official baseball guide, published by the Sporting News, the Baseball Register, they have it right here, Richard Raymond Raditz, and in brackets, the monster. And also in brackets, from his size. And that's why they call Dick Raditz the monster, and he doesn't mind it at all, Mr. and Mrs. Ewing. We do thank you for your letter. We enjoy hearing from all our listeners along the Expo Network.
I'll tell you, when Dick Raditz was winning 15, 16 games a year for the Boston Red Sox in 63 and 64, he loved that name. But we thank you very much for the letter. And we appreciate your concern. Reference to Dick as the monster, and I know that Dick appreciates it. Thank you for writing. Here's Ron Brand. Ronnie is 0 for 3. Struck out in the second, flied out to right in the fourth, grounded out in the sixth. The boys in scoring position at second. He drove in Ty Klein. Put the Expos out in front 5-4 here in the bottom of the eighth. The stretch, the pitch to Brand. Swung on, fouled, looked out over to the box seats and just behind the Pirates dugout. They've called for some help down there. That ball went over there quickly, and it's all you can do to get out of the way, but we hope whoever got hurt did not get hurt seriously. I mean, that ball was off that bat quickly, and over there just grazed the top of the Pirates dugout and into about the second row of the box seats.
They're helping a gentleman out. He's going out under his own power, so he seems to be all right there.
Next pitch to Ron Brand is low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bob Moose, the Pirates pitcher, is making his 25th appearance of the year. He's 6-2 on the season with a 4.49 ERA. Right-hander Bob Moose. Ron Brand up there, Bobby Wine on deck. Nobody out. Here's the pitch, the 1-1. Bunted, popped up. First baseman Taylor collides with the pitcher Moose, and neither one of them get the ball. Foul ball for a strike. Boy, Moose did a flip when he collided with Carl Taylor, but Bob Moose is okay. Moose was charging off the mound. Taylor down from first base. The ball was popped up in foul territory, just a short pop-up. They both came hard for the ball and collided, and it hit right at Taylor's feet. I don't believe either one got a glove on the ball. By the way, fans may be wondering on that play that Ty Klein made earlier. Well, we have just a moment. Ty was at first base, and on a throw from center field to first base, it was overthrown. That's the ball that Ron Brand made a great stop on. Klein threw his glove into the air as he went leaping for the ball. Whether he did it intentionally or not, Pirates thought maybe the runner should have been given 2 bases. But if you throw your glove at the ball, it has to hit the ball. It's illegal to throw any part of your equipment or a glove at a ball, but you have to hit the ball for it to be illegal. All right, here's the 1-2 to Ron Brand. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him. Ronnie goes down swinging. That's a strikeout for Bob Moose. And the batter will be Bobby Wine. Bobby is 1 for 2 with a walk, and he scored 2 runs. Bunning's responsible for the runner, LeBoy, at second. Moose gives LeBoy a look. The pitch to Bobby. High and inside, ball 1. Left-hander Joe Gibbon is working in the Pirates bullpen down the right field line. Right-hander Dick Raditz working in the Expos bullpen down the left field line. 1 out. The pitch. Wine checked his swing. It's down low. Ball 2. 2-0 to Bobby. On deck is the pitcher, Don Shaw. Let's take a moment to look to the ninth and see who the Pirates send to the plate. Carl Taylor, Willie Stargell, and Roberto Clemente.
Oh, I got the shivers already.
Here's the 2-0. High and inside. Ball 3. 3-0. That lineup's enough to scare Batman. Expos are leading 5-4 here in the 8th. 3-0 now coming to Bobby Wine. Here it is. It's a strike call. Bobby was taken. 3-1. We've got a station break coming up down the line, so stand by, gentlemen. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Bobby. Swung on, a bounder over Moose's head. Charging Alley has it. Throw to first in time. Going to third, LeBoy. Wine is out 4-3. Alley to Taylor. Coco moved down to third base. 2 outs. The batter will be the pitcher, Don Shaw. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Expos Baseball Radio Network.
This is the home of Expo Baseball in the Capital District. WHRL in Albany, New York.
Bob Moose ready to deal with Don Shaw, left-hand hitting pitcher. Here comes. Shaw swings and misses strike 1. Don as a hitter is a fine pitcher. Don's 0 for 8.
Fine way of putting it.
He's 0 for 8. Now, he can hit that ball. We've watched Don a lot in batting practice. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One thing, Dave, there's always got to be a first time. It may not come tonight, but there's got to be a first time.
That's right. It could come on this next pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Don Shaw. Let's see if this is his first hit. Check swing. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Moose got it right across the knees. Don didn't like the looks of it, thought it was a little too low, and he let it go. But Russ, deep down inside, I know he would have gotten a hit if he'd have gone after that. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one hit the outside corner, called strike. That's all for Don and the Expos. Montreal with a big run on 2 hits. Doubles by Ty Klein and Coco LeBoy. No errors, 1 left. Well, here we go. Into the 9th. Expos 5, Pirates 4.
Fans, here's a reminder from the Expo Special Events Division that 2 professional football games will be played at Cherry Park this year. 3 colorful NFL teams and 1 AFL squad will appear in Montreal. The first game will be played on August 25th, featuring the Detroit Lions of the National Football League and the Boston Patriots of the American Football League. The second game will be on September 11th between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers, both members of the NFL. Tickets for both of these games are available now at all TRS locations in Canada and the United States. Tickets are on sale now. What an exciting opportunity for all you football fans along the Expo Network. Make your plans now. Get your tickets early for choice seat locations. Ticket prices are $6, $4, and $3. Be sure to see both of these preseason football games in Montreal, featuring all the color and thrills of professional football. Well, here we go into the top half of the 9th inning. The Expos are leading, the Expos are leading by 1 run. Let's see what happens with Carl Taylor leading off.
Taylor's 2 for 3 with a walk, doubled and singled. Right-hand hitter. First one's low and outside, ball 1. Then Stargell, then Clemente. Expos about hit the Pirates 10-9. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, left side. Line backhands it, up with it, throw to first. That's all for Taylor, 1 away. Ball hit hard. Bobby Wine did a good job.
I think I'm going to leave for a while now, Dave.
You're going to leave me here, huh?
Yep.
Thanks. Stargell's 2 for 4. He's doubled and hit a 2-run homer in the 7th. In between his hits, popped out and struck out. First pitch to Stargell is low, ball 1. Left-hand hitter. Outfield around to the right. Infield playing him deep. Hermoso back on the grass. Klein all the way to the grass, protecting the line. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes missed the outside corner. 2-1. Shaw and Bunning involved in this decision right now. Down the left-hander with a 2-1 to Stargell. Strike 2 call. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Willie Stargell. That was a big pitch. Everyone here in the ninth is a big one for Don Shaw in a 1-run ball game against these Pirates. Here comes the 2-2 to Stargell. Swung on as a base hit out into center field. Adolfo Phillips coming up with the ball. Stargell will hold at first base. That's the third hit given up by Don.
The right fielder.
So with 1 out, there is 1 on. Roberto Clemente will be the batter. He is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice and a walk. We're going to get a pinch runner at first base for Stargell. Ron Davis will run for Stargell at first base. Ron Davis. Clemente, right-hand hitter, steps in. The infield, a double play depth. Shaw gives Davis a look and steps off the rubber. Now Don back up there and ready to go. Here it comes. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. Clemente started the night hitting .336. He's improved that by a point or two. Klein holding the runner Davis at first. The 1-0 to Clemente. Way outside, ball 2. 2-0. After Clemente, left-hand hitter Rich Hebner. Stepped off the rubber on the back of the mound now, taking a deep breath. Want to remind you that Russ will have all the scores on the other games on the baseball scoreboard right after the broadcast of tonight's game. Don's at the belt. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. 3-0 to Roberto Clemente. Raditz warming up easily in the bullpen. Pause. Now the pitch. Way outside. Ball 4. Going down to second is Davis. The ball got away and went back to the backstop. Ron Brand picked it up quickly as Davis made the turn at second, but he'll hold up right there. So Clemente is on with a walk.
Running for Stargell.
Third walk given up by Don Shaw. And now the Pirates have got runners at first and second with 1 out, and a left-hand hitter, Rich Hebner, coming to the plate. Hebner in the first inning fouled out to Ron Brand, flied to Mack Jones in left in the third, and then drew walks in the 5th and 7th. So he's 0 for 2 officially.
The third baseman, Reggie Hebner.
Davis, the runner at second, Clemente at first. Expos leading 5-4. That hit by Stargell, by the way, even the teams in that department at 10 each. Don's first pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Don looking down to Brand. Now he holds at the belt. The pitch. Cut on and popped up high into the air, right side. Hermoso back on the grass. The second baseman is in. He's under it and makes the catch. 2 away. Excuse me. The batter will be Manny Sanguillen, a right-hand hitter. He is 1 for 4. Sanguillen got a hit to left in the second. Since then, he struck out, hit into a fielder's choice, and hit into a double play. Now the infield has moved back. Clemente is talking with the batter, Sanguillen. And now Clemente goes back to first, and Sanguillen comes back to the plate. The center fielder, Adolfo Phillips, was in, talking with Angel Hermoso. Adolfo's playing a few steps around to left center for this right-hand hitter, Manny Sanguillen. 2 away, runners at first and second. Shaw delivers. It's down low, ball 1. A lot of the fans making their way toward the exits, but they're not leaving. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and foul tip. Back behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, Russ, I can't imagine any ball club having as many 1-run 9th innings or tied 9th innings as we've had.
Fantastic.
Ready for the 1-1 to Sanguillen. Swung on and it's right back to Shaw. He dropped the ball, picks it up, throws to first. It's inside and he wins the ball game. Don Shaw had that line drive pop out of his glove. He tried to catch it with his bare hand, dropped it, threw to first to get Sanguillen, and Gene Mock out with a big smile on his face to shake Don's hand. Shaw made the big play and the Expos beat the Pirates 5-4. In the 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit. And 2 left on base. The final score, the Expos 5, the Pirates 4. I'll have the totals in 1 minute.
Wow, what an exciting ball game here at Jerry Park tonight. A fantastic ball game from both sides, both teams showing good power, and then some excellent pitching by Don Shaw in the top half of the 9th inning, a real nervy 9th, but it came out all right for the Expos as they won the ball game by slamming the door on the Pirates in the top half of the 9th inning. We had our nervous moments here in the top of the 9th, but they died out very quickly. I shouldn't say very quickly. It was right to the very end when Sanguillen lined that shot right back to Don Shaw. He juggled it, then dropped it, picked it up, and fired to first base. And the crowd here, over 11,000 fans, went wild with joy at the final out as the Expos win it by the score of 5-4. This is the type of action you'll see at Jerry Park this year. If you haven't seen the Expos in action at Jerry Park, don't miss out on the excitement and fun. So the Expos win it with a fine relief job by Don Shaw, and Shaw making the great play to end the ball game. Here with the details, Dave Van Horne.
Here's the line score on the ball game. For the Expos, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 7. The Pirates, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 11 men left. Home runs tonight. Well, the big one was a pinch hit home run by Kevin Collins in the 6th inning, a 3-run homer for the Expos. And the big hits, the game-winning hits, Ty Klein doubled to lead off the 8th. Coco LeBoy followed him with a double to drive Ty in with the winning run. Willie Stargell had a 2-run homer for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Klein went 4 for 4 at the plate, including 2 doubles tonight, and scored 2 of the Expos' 5 runs. 5-4, Expos over the Pirates, split the series 2-2. More on the wrap-up